were to walk out the door and decide to start a restaurant and I was putting a magnifying glass onto my tipping strategy, what would each of y'all give to me as like a word of wisdom or advice, aside from listen to your staff?
I can go. I would say you have to really understand your state's law, because I can do what I can do because I'm in Michigan. I wouldn't be able to do it in New York because they don't allow tip share across the department. Advocating for your lawmakers would be sort of a backseat one. But another thing that I want to say is that like the restaurants are for-profit businesses. We're not nonprofit. We're not activists, even though we can be in our everyday policies. So my advice would be like figure out what your state allows and then do a P&L and look at the long term. Because if I looked at a first year or second year P&L, I don't think I would have jumped in and try to go against the flow and take on all the financial burden. It's only when we did like 3-year plan and looked at what else is not contributing to the bottom line that we decided to focus on, like really focus on marketing and top line sales before we start cutting the labor cost or go back on taking tip credits. So I would say long-term P&L and know your state.
I can go next.
Cool.
I would say do the math, figure out what you can afford to pay people, because that's going to be your biggest challenge now, is not how great is your food, but can you actually afford to pay people what they need to make? You need to be actively managing your labor, know what those numbers are, and just constantly be aware of that, and think about operating the way that any other retail establishment is currently operating.
It's a good one. Thanks, Kelly. Gavin, all you.
Sure. I would just say don't be afraid of technology. You know, there's a lot of tools out there that allow you to be successful and help you manage numbers, help you manage overtime. And so much of our profession has been afraid of technology for so long, and it's really hindered a lot of people. And I think through COVID, if you embraced what technology can do for you, you came out ahead. If you sort of went into a hole and you said, I still don't want to figure out all this stuff new, it's still a lot of catch up. So I would say kind of embrace that. And then, of course, have a good advisor and labor attorney to help you. You're not supposed to know that. You're not the expert. They are.
I love it. Anything to add there? Jordan, Ksenia?
I agree with everything that was said, but keep in mind all of your stakeholders, right? What impact it's going to have, obviously, on your employees, your purveyors, your investors, as well as bottom line. And once you do make that decision to make a change, just be transparent at every step. Make sure people understand what exactly you're doing, why you're doing that. How are they going to win in this situation? And what helped us be successful when we rolled out hospitality included a few years ago, keeping the communication open was very helpful.